Nate, hush your mouth, talking all that noise. You can hate all you want, but we still them boys. Dirty, dirty D, Texas where we stay at. Being inside in order till you know that's where we play at. Hey, this year, this the payback. Yeah, we them Cowboys, and nah, we don't play that. Work. This is Cowboy Nation. Work. Welcome to Cowboy Nation. Work. Y'all can keep on hate. Work.
Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation. It is once again game day, and I came to you a little bit early today. Yes, I am still going to do my reaction a little bit later after the game. Very excited about watching the game, and I'm even more excited because the Cowboys actually received some help this week. Now, we didn't get everything that we wanted or needed, but we're kind of getting a lot of kind of what we knew was going to actually happen, right? So, I mean, there are some things that, I mean, it would have been great if it would have happened, but we kind of knew that the Raiders weren't going to beat the Eagles, right? So the Eagles beat the Raiders 31-0, I believe. Is that what? Yes, 31-0. Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew that that was going to happen, right? That wasn't the game that we said that they were going to lose. Next week, when they start to play the Commanders and then going into the Bills and then playing the Commanders again, that's where we are hoping that they actually drop 2 games during that period. So it would have been great, but it wasn't anything that, you know, we just thought had to happen, right? On Thursday, the Falcons beat the Buccaneers. That's actually a good situation for the Cowboys because it keeps them from being able to creep up from underneath. Like I said, today the Eagles did beat the Raiders. Another game that affected us was the Commanders and the Giants. Now, most people say neither one of those teams will go into the playoffs. I'm glad that the Commanders won. And the reason that I'm glad that the Commanders won is because it gives them a little confidence. We need them to beat the Eagles at least once in the next 3 weeks. We also need them to lose to the Cowboys, but they need to beat the Eagles at least once. They have 3 games left. They play the Eagles, the Cowboys, and then the Eagles, I believe is the way that it goes. Yes, Eagles, Cowboys, and Eagles, right? So we need them to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and they need to have some confidence. They don't need to be down on their luck and everything going into that game. So it would be great if the Eagles lost this first game, and then they lost again to the Bills, and then the Cowboys continue to win, and we don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to get those 2 games in, and we can actually capture the NFC East that way. But we are going to need that help, right? So to me, it's good that the Commanders won because it gives them a little bit of confidence. Now, I mean, we were pulling for Shador, but we kind of felt like the Browns weren't going to beat the Bears, and they did not. 31-3, the Bears over the Browns, and again, something that we kind of expected. We knew that it wasn't a likely chance that they were actually going to win. We did get help with the Saints beating the Panthers. The Saints beat the Panthers today 20-17. That is good for the Dallas Cowboys because as long as the Cowboys win against the Vikings today, that puts them back above the Panthers because of the tie. Basically, it gives us a half game basically over them as long as we actually win today. We still got to do our part. We still got to win today. In addition, the Rams beat the Lions. That is something that we were expecting to happen, and it did happen. I got a little nervous earlier in that game. Didn't know exactly how that was going to work because the Lions were playing a very good game, but the Rams showed up and, once again proved that they are an elite team this year. And so they won 41-34, a high-scoring game. I thought, oh my goodness, I just thought that the Colts were going to beat the Seahawks. I thought they were. 2 minutes left in the game. I thought the old man had a little bit of magic. They went down there. They kicked the field goal. They were up by 1 point. But they gave 40 seconds to the Seahawks, and that 40 seconds was just enough for the Seahawks to go down and kick their 5th field goal. I believe that's all they got this game was 5 field goals. They got 5, no, 6. I'm sorry. They got 6 field goals. Is that right? Yeah, 6 field goals, 18. 6 field goals in this game, no touchdowns. The old man Philip Rivers did throw for a touchdown in this game, and like I said, I thought we were going to be able to get the Seahawks, but we did. As far as the Colts, I thought the Colts were going to be able to pull one off, but they did not. It did show that we can still count on the Colts. I mean, this was Philip Rivers' first game back in 4 years, so I mean, he had a little rust to, kind of shake off a little bit, but he may be able to assist in maybe helping us down the line. I believe there was another game that we're going to be counting on the Colts to actually win. And then with 3 seconds left in the game, it appears that the Broncos are going to be beating the Packers. And that also is a very good thing for the Dallas Cowboys, for the Packers to actually lose. It kind of keeps some of those those wild card aspirations available. And then, of course, we didn't think that the Titans would beat the 49ers. They did not. 49ers won 37-24. So, yes, we did get some assistance from people today. We got assistance from the Broncos. We got assistance from there's actually still 1 minute left. At the time that I'm recording this, there's actually 1 minute left in the Broncos game. So I'm not going to log off until I can verify that the Broncos actually win that game, because the Packers have the ball right now. It's 34-26, 1:02 left in the game. 2nd and 10 on Green Bay's 38 is what it says. So there's a chance that they have to actually come down and tie that ball game up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So I'll let you guys know about that one in just a minute. But we did get help from the Rams beating the Lions. We did get help from the Saints beating the Panthers, and we also got help from on Thursday night. We got help from the Falcons beating the Buccaneers. So, the last couple of weeks, we didn't get much help at all. There wasn't a lot that we needed to happen that actually went our way. It's not being handed to us. It's not. I mean, the Eagles didn't lose to the Raiders, which would have been incredible. Like, if they would have lost to the Raiders, we'd have been like, what is going on in Philadelphia, right? So that didn't happen, and that's something that we assumed wasn't going to happen. But the Cowboys did pick up a few that they needed to actually happen. But now the Dallas Cowboys have to do their jobs. They have to be able to beat the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I will say this is pretty important here. This is pretty important. Quantum Neuro Edge, wrong one. Sorry. Quantum Neuro Edge has predicted that the Cowboys will win the game 26-21. Now, if you know, Quantum Neuro Edge is our AI predictor. They are currently 3-1 in predicting the Dallas Cowboys game. They are predicting for this game for the Dallas Cowboys to win 26-21. The biggest reason that they believe that that's going to happen is that they don't believe that the Minnesota Vikings offense will be able to keep up. Now, that's assuming, obviously, that we have the defense show up that was playing against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're expecting for that defense to actually show up in order to hold this offense down in the Minnesota Vikings. And we're expecting for our offense to be able to score, according to Quantum Neuro Edge, at least 26 points. They're expecting a bounce back game from George Pickens, and they expect for our running game to be able to move the ball against the Minnesota Vikings, and that's going to be too much for them to keep up with. So again, it's not a situation where Quantum Neuro Edge feels like we're going to just demolish the Minnesota Vikings, but they do have us actually winning. We're going to check on the game one more time here. Broncos, 50 seconds left. Still 34-26, 4th and 15 on Green Bay's 33, 44 seconds left in the game. It looks like the Broncos are going to beat the Packers. Again, one of those games that we needed to happen. And in that situation, it gives us some hope, a little bit of hope that if we keep winning, that we actually have an opportunity to make it into the playoffs. Okay, that's what it does. It gives us a little bit of hope. After the game today, after the Cowboys win, we are going to come right back here. I'll give my initial reactions on kind of what I feel happened and what went down and the goods and the bads. We'll talk about it. And then tomorrow we'll start to really go over what everything means for the play. I mean, we're going to definitely talk about that in the reaction game. We'll be talking about what everything means. And then tomorrow we'll have a more in-depth look with the graphics and all of that as to what that means for the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys got a little bit of help today. Now they need to go out and do what they do. They need to beat the Minnesota Vikings. This has been Defending the Boys and an update. I am your boy, D. Will, and we'll see you after the game.